Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to vote for the character you want to see next, and like and subscribe for more champion titles next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Balrog from Street Fighter, who is not in any way related to famous boxer Mike Tyson. This is definitely not a workaround for me to build non-fictional Mike Tyson. I am building the fully fictional Balrog from Street Fighter, or M.Bison if you're in Japan. Oh, that sounds real similar to Mike Tyson. I'm sure that's just a coincidence though. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to punch people out with the biggest gloves in gaming since Glover. Next, we need to keep it light. You're not allowed to wear armor in a boxing ring during a fight. I'm sure if you came by after hours in a night costume, nobody would tell on you. Finally, we need to charge. If you don't have ranged options, closing in on the zoners is important. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Strength will be number 1. Your hits are some of the most devastating in a tournament full of people who hit things. Constitution next. If you're rocking bare chest the whole time, you need to get ready to take some hits. Dexterity after that. Despite the size of your muscles, you're able to move them pretty well. Follow it up with charisma. Everyone loves your cameos in the Hangover movies. Intelligence is a bit low. We don't need it for anything, but we'll dump wisdom. I'm guessing you get your bell rung a couple of times. That's gonna dull your senses a bit. Balrog is a Maillard who was corrupted by Melkor, but that's not an option in D&D, so we're gonna go custom lineage. That'll let you grab a feat like Crusher to add 1 to your strength, lets you move a creature once per turn when you hit them with a bludgeoning attack, and when you critically hit a creature with a bludgeoning attack, attacks against them have advantage until the start of your next turn. We really want custom lineage to add 2 to our strength and get 18 at level 1 rather than +1 to 2 stats from a human. That's it. Mystery solved. Like that show, Mike Tyson's Mysteries. Oh, not like that show actually, not like that show. Grab investigation for your skill of choice to solve mysteries and build your own background for persuasion and perception. I guess you don't really need many skills beyond athletics and intimidation, which you can get from our starting class, Fighter. That has skills like athletics and intimidation on their list. You can grab unarmed fighting here as your fighting style, letting you make unarmed attacks that deal 1d8 when you have 2 free hands, 1d6 if you have 1 free hand, and a d4 to a creature you have grappled once per turn. Grappling is probably the only thing you'd be holding. Vega is the only guy who brings weapons to the tournament, although in Japan, Balrog is the one who brings the weapons. This is confusing. You also get second wind, letting you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest, helping you get ready to go for round 2. We're gonna bounce over to Barbrarian right away, giving you unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifier when you're not wearing armor, which is really no better than studded leather at this point, but it will be later. For now, rage is your real boost, giving you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, advantage on strength checks and saves, and extra damage to your strength-based attacks, so your punches will have a +6 damage modifier at this point. That's only gonna get stronger later. Second level barbarians get reckless attacks, letting you make your attacks with advantage if you don't mind giving your enemies advantage on attacks against you. The only way Little Mac will beat you is if he waits till you miss a punch. Sorry, Little Mac is my nickname for Guile. Yeah, Guile, I call him Little Mac. Danger Sense gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws against spells and traps you can see, helping you get out of the way of fireballs. Third level barbarians get to choose a primal path, and if you want to get combos going, Berserker is the way to go. That'll let you frenzy when you go into a rage, making an extra attack as a bonus action. When the rage is over, you're going to take a level of exhaustion, so just try to wrap things up in the first 2 rounds. You also get another skill from the barbarian list. I would go for animal handling to take care of your pet tiger. Oh, not pet tiger, I mean pet buffalo. He says buffalo a lot. Maybe he has a buffalo. 4th level barbarians get another ability score improvement, letting you cap off your strength modifier right away, which will get even better once we can hammer more blows next level. 5th level barbarians get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks instead of 1 with your action, followed by a 3rd with your frenzy. Make them all reckless and you'll have 6 attack die per round to fish for critical hits. You also get fast movement, boosting your movement speed by 10 feet when you're not wearing heavy armor, helping you rush down and get in close where you're unbeatable. 6th level barbarians get mindless rage, making you immune to charming and frightening while you're raging, and you can remove the effect of charming or frightening by entering a rage. Frightening effects can stop you from getting closer, and you love to get close to people, not in an emotional way, in a punching way. 7th level barbarians get feral instinct, giving you advantage on initiative rolls, and instinctive pounce, letting you move half your movement speed with a bonus action you use to enter your rage. Pairing that with your extra speed, that's going to get up close and personnel. 8th level barbarians get another ability score improvement. Start working on your constitution for more HP and more AC. Now your unarmored defense is better than studded leather. It's like there's a reason to have it. it now. 9th level Barbarians get Brutal Critical, letting you add an extra damage die to your critical hits, which means 3d8 right now, since the first die already gets doubled. Reckless Attack will help you crit more, but I think it would be nice if we could double that again. We'll do that by jumping back to Fighter, but not right away. First we need to hit 2nd level Fighter, giving you an action surge to make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. I guess that also does double your critical hit chances, since you'll be making 2 more attacks. But 3rd level Fighter will let you get more consistent knockout punches if you go for the champion archetype and get improved critical to critically hit on a 19 or 20. That's a 10% chance to critically hit, and Reckless Attack lets you roll twice as many times for bigger critical hits. It's literally and metaphorically a solid combo. 4th level Fighters get another ability score improvement, keep working your constitution to get hit less with unarmored defense and to take hits better with more HP. Now we'll bounce back to Barbarians, since we're already in too deep to get the superior critical at 15th level of champion. Instead, we'll just get bigger knockout punches. Not with the 10th level of Berserker though, that's where you get Intimidating Presence. That lets you use your action to force a wisdom saving throw on a creature equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus and charisma modifier, frightening them if they fail. So it's like the 1st level spell, Cause Fear, except worse, because it only lasts until the end of your next turn, unless you use another action to continue it. Double that with the fact that Barbarian already has 3 stats you need: Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution, and you have a very easy save. But there is something better coming, don't worry. 11th level Barbarians get something much better with Relentless Rage, letting you ignore hitting 0 HP while raging the first time if you can pass a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. That difficulty increases by 5 every time. Just block all the hits and take chip damage. It's gonna get harder the longer the combo goes on though. 12th level Barbarians get another ability score improvement, cap off your Constitution to maximize your HP. Sometimes the best way to handle a zoner is to just take a hit and charge forward. 13th level Barbarians get another Brutal Critical, which means a critical hit that deals 4d8 with much more regular crits thanks to Champion and Reckless Attack. 14th level Berserkers get Retaliation, letting you make opportunity attacks against a creature within 5 feet of you after they deal damage to you. Since you're going to be barreling forward and getting right up in people's faces, I'm counting that as basically a 4th attack per round. 15th level Barbarians get Persistent Rage, so the only way your rage ends early is if you wanted to. That's 5 full minutes of extra good punches per day, which will punch even harder with our Capstone. Our Capstone, by the way, it's the 16th level of Barbarian for 1 last ability score improvement, or feat. The tough feat will give you 40 more HP at this level, which doesn't actually help you punch harder, but your rage bumps up to +4 here, which means +9 damage from every punch. Let's talk about that in the pros section. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you have a ton of HP with well over 200 unless you roll hit die really badly, and rage to resist physical damage to stretch that out even further. You also have a 3-hit combo every round with +9 damage on each hit, not to mention a 25% critical hit chance with Reckless Attack and improved critical and better critical hits. I think. I'm not a statistician. I think I did the math right there. Finally, you're great at getting in people's faces with extra speed from Barbarian and Instinctive Pounce to get in there faster. For weaknesses, you have no ranged options, and everyone and their grandmother has a Hadoken. Your soft stats also leave a lot to be desired, meaning spells like Hold Person and Banishment could be an issue, even illusions could be a problem. Finally, the Frenzy penalty is rough. If you have the ability scores, you could do the same thing with a 1-level dip to Monk, and no penalty. But nobody is going to be around after you pummel them for a full minute, so bash them up, close that gap, and become the heavyweight champion. Just don't bite off anyone's ear. That's pretty nasty. I think I'm talking about the wrong guy again. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to vote for the character you want to see next, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.